Welcome to On the Beat, everyone. I'm Troy Thompson. Today I'm joined by Richard Duggin and Veronica Harrison from Community Counselling Services. And today we're talking all about one of the services that they have, and it's the Mobile Crisis Emergency Response Team. That's a mouthful. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the particular division of the Emergency Response Team. What is it to begin with, and how is it affiliated with the Community Counselling Services?
Well, M-CERT is what we call it for short. It is a triage, a mental health triage for people who are experiencing mental health crisis, either in their home, at the hospital, at jails, wherever the place may be.
So how does that work with the counselling services?
What we do is we are pretty much first responders for mental health. We go and we assess the situation, what the needs may be of that individual, what is causing the problem, and what's the best way to treat that.
Okay, so I want to step one back if I can, Richard. Okay. I'm at home with my family member who is going through this crisis. Do I then call you and then you assert your team, if need be? Right,
they would call the 888 number that we have. It's a toll-free number, and that is answered by a live person, always. Right. And that person will start to ask questions about what's going on.
Okay.
Have they made a threat of hurting themselves or somebody else? A lot of the calls we get sometimes are just people that have run out of medication. And to them, that's a crisis.
Well, yes.
So, you know, we handle those calls as best we can. And, but if we need to see that person, then the team will be sent
All
out.
right, I want to talk a little bit about the team if I can. Who's on the team and how does that all work?
The teams are, we have 6 different teams.
Oh,
and
wow.
they're composed of a therapist, a peer support, and a case manager, or CSS, at all times. So those people are the core of the services we offer, and so that group makes the assessment and helps figure out what the needs are.
Is that a 24-hour service?
24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
And it doesn't stop?
Non-stop.
I think that's an incredible service. How is that so important when it comes to what you actually do at your clinic?
Well, again, someone that's in crisis and are a danger to themselves or somebody else, obviously needs to be assessed. It could be that at that time that we're meeting with them or on the phone, we may call law enforcement as well if the situation warrants. And sometimes they call us if the situation warrants. And we go out together, make sure it's safe. We'll do an assessment, and if they need to go inpatient somewhere, whether it's RCSU unit or a hospital, then we make that happen then.
Okay, I do want to ask you, we do want to let people understand this is not a 911 service, correct?
No, it's not.
Yeah, and we want to make that clear. You still need to call 911 for everyone at home that may be having some form of issue. But if you, because of these interviews, we're giving people a little bit more education about the services.
Correct.
Once you go out as the emergency team, what are you doing? What's that process like then?
We are doing a thorough assessment of the situation, why they called, what's going on with the individual, who's involved. A lot of times law enforcement will call us and we will go out with them to make assessments.
Right.
So what we're doing is just really mental health triage, figuring out what's the problem and how to best alleviate it.
I think it's amazing. One thing that people always ask when they see these form of interviews is, does it cost money for the emergency team to come out?
No.
There's no cost.
Isn't that amazing? That is such a great service to the community. How long have you been around doing this?
We've had mobile crisis. I came to Mississippi in 2009, and they had some form of mobile crisis then.
Mm-hmm.
It's such an important part. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you for having us.
We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
If you want to find out more information, there it all is up on the screen. I've been talking to Richard Duggin and Veronica Harrison from Community Counselling Services. Back after this short break.